C-Rock Sports presents Welcome everyone! I am Carlos Rodriguez from C-Rod Sports and LAFC C-Rod, and we have this impressive matchup that, it's given to us, and LAFC, it's not been their best moments. They're not living their best moments, and it happens. Every good team has to go through a slump, and LAFC goes through a slump early on the season. Saying early on because LAFC is yet to play most of their games. That's why from June all the way to July until they get a break or some games get canceled, as Steve Cherundolo said, the weather gods do something, but LAFC is gonna have to play multiple games. So it's a game every week, like midweek, Wednesday, every game on a Saturday. So yeah, their schedule has been really congested. And Steve Cherundolo said in the post-game show last Wednesday on their loss to Houston, you are watching a really fatigued LAFC team. And there's no lies right there. LAFC had played nearly a whole entire season in the first 4 months of the MLS season. That's because you include the CONCACAF Champions League and the few games they played on the US Open Cup. So yeah, you are watching a really fatigued LAFC team, and now you're gonna see players who are gonna go out on international duty. Denny Buwanga is not on the lineup again due to international duty, so he's not even on the squad. Cifuentes is on international duty as well, nearing the end of a new deal with Rangers FC from Scotland. So I mean, those fans are excited, man. I would tell you not to be really excited knowing Cifuentes' form. Hopefully if he leaves and goes there, finds his form again, we'll be all happy here. But LAFC, and desperate for a win, they have not won in their last 6 games. That's only scoring once in that span of 6 games, and that was against Leon on the first leg of the CONCACAF Champions League final. Of course, they have been really destroyed due to the loss in the CONCACAF Champions League final, and they have not been on their best, including 2 injured players out of that final, Kellen Acosta and Timothy Tillman. So those are 2 key players in the middle of the field, and that's why you see an experiment by Steve Cherundolo, also giving other players rest by having Dueñas, who's been consistent, and I'll say he's been decent in his starts with LAFC, but he's owned that spot in the middle of the field as Timothy Tillman and Kellen Acosta recover. And Daniel Crisostomo, he played a few games back in 2021 in LAFC's worst season. He was all over the place, whether it was an attacking player, midfielder, or back to defending. So Crisostomo gets the start today with Ilie Sanchez as well. And defense, on the defensive line, the another homegrown player that LAFC has signed and for a few games is Gaines. Gaines gets the spot at the right back position over Ryan Hollingson. Again, you got to give players rest. Vela's not starting today, so starting in his position is Nathan Ordaz. Ordaz came last game and really changed how the game looked for LAFC in some sense, but he did a great job. I think his attacking and speed is going to bring a bunch of opportunities for LAFC. So I'm excited to see what this young man can do. Wish him the best, but he is a really good player. If not, he is one of the best players in LAFC 2. Although LAFC 2 struggles, he is one of the players that really stands out the most. Fans were asking for more Ordaz minutes in the US Open Cup game against the Galaxy. He played really well, gave the Galaxy backline some trouble. So you see a young man that has a bright future, and hopefully today he can fulfill those expectations that all these fans have on Nathan Ordaz. We'll see if he does it. McCarthy's had goal as well. Maldonado and Aaron Long the duo in the center back position. So you see Maldonado not being a fan favorite at all, unless you're a Honduran person. But if we're honest, he's not at his best. And well, since they're away, I have my own LAFC. Mercy Park and LAFC, and their army green and Sporting Kansas City and their dark blue kids. LAFC looking to get a win for the first time in 6 games. They've been in a really tough spot. As LAFC looking to put some pressure on this Kansas back line. Here's a long ball over. Julian Gaines protecting it, and he's going to let that ball roll out for a throw-in. Last time LAFC came into Kansas City, they picked up a 2-0 victory. Goals from Chicho Arango and Gareth Bale's first goal were just enough to beat Kansas City, who were not in their best form last season, were not in their best form the first 10 games. But when Alan Pulido, former Chivas forward, came back from his knee injury, he completely changed the attacking scenarios of Kansas City and scored a brace last weekend against Austin FC. LAFC gave a Texas team their first win on the road on Houston Dynamo's 1-0 victory. In which, of course, Opoku got himself sent off. So, if you want to make changes up front, Carlos Vela might be your only man with experience, but he's not been at his best. Castellanos plays it back with his goalkeeper. His keeper Kendall Sintosh. Here's Spuke trying to clip one up for Duenas, just overhits the pass, and now Bogus recovers. Finds former Sporting Kansas player Ilie Sanchez as Stipe Buke trying to get him behind. Here's Stipe Buke, here's a chance, and it's saved by Sintosh. Excuse me, McIntosh makes the save on Stipe Buke, who dribbled around the defenders and found himself with an opportunity to open the scoring. It should have been the first for LAFC. Here's Bogusz. Tries to whip one in. It's just headed back into a bunch of LAFC players. First to react to it was Nathan Ordaz before getting kicked from behind, and now we see Kansas City trying to get out. Now flipping this ball over, looking for the feet of Shallowy, and Gaines plays it back to McCarthy. McCarthy back to Gaines, hits it with his head, hits that one out of bounds, just to be safe. Now has to recover because Shallowy is going to the byline. Gaines is right there to just poke that ball away into a first Kansas City corner kick of tonight. 3 minutes already, and we've seen action, and that's good. And a first chance for LAFC as well. Stipe Buke had his chance. He is a man that LAFC wants to get going already. Here's the cross into the middle. It's just deflected out into a corner kick. It hit off Ordaz's chest. It's just over the bar. The replay here, Ordaz just falls asleep, loses his man, and just hits him right there on the chest. Eric Bromley was the man running there. And here's another in-swinger. Long heads that one now. His first start since the CONCACAF Champions League final where he broke his head open. And Kansas City trying to open play out wide, but there was no one on the far side of the pitch. So here comes a throw-in. LAFC attacking the south end of the stadium. Kansas City attacking the north end of their stadium where the blue hell is at. They play all the way back, this LAFC squad in their army green jerseys. A week ago was a 4-0 loss to Houston Dynamo. And a foul call here right by the middle of the field. The man on it was Steve Buke. He was the man hurt. And Rosero was the man hitting him. That's Long. Made sure with Palacios. Back to Aaron Long. First minutes of the game, looking for Ordaz up front. He is right now the number 9. Long gets in front of the player again. Ordaz trying to open it wide to Buke. And Buke under a few players. Ilie Sanchez finds Duenas, and now back to Julian Gaines. Julian Gaines making his first. Well, Julian Gaines and Nathan Ordaz making their first starts with the senior team. And MLS, just to say, because they've made starts in the U.S. Open Cup. Six minutes into the game. They throw in here for Kansas City, far side of the pitch. He goes Long, looking for Pulido, headed away by Long. And Long gets on the way again. Many U.S. fans have mentioned by the numbers of Aaron Long not being such a good defender. I really like Aaron Long so far. He's done a great job as Ordaz runs through his defender, tries to get a pass for Buke. It was deflected out, and then Kansas City recovered, and then Ilie Sanchez poked that one out into a throw-in. Vela and Murillo getting rest, of course. We'll see from Vela for sure, and Murillo just in case some defender gets a yellow. So here comes Maldonado, touching the ball, tiny bits. Now sends one long, looking for Buke, who brings it down fantastically, but flag is up on Buke. 7.5 minutes. Now LAFC, if they win or draw, they'll be the first team. I believe it's 300 points. Quickest team to their first 300 points. So we'll see if that's the case. Kansas City tries to run out of the pressure, and here they go up front. Here's a big chance for Kansas City. Bogus comes from behind him, pokes away the ball, and kicks Walter, and there is a foul against Walter into an LAFC free kick. And I believe right here my screen may not be working, so let me go fix this problem. AI score. McCarthy sends a long one all the way up, looking for Buke, who heads it backwards. Now Kansas City will just remain with possession. Predictions are giving the game a favor to Kansas City, who are one of the best teams in MLS right now, hottest. They try to attack, and here's Alan Pulido making a push forward. Pulido gets through Gaines, and Gaines pokes that one out. Great job there by the youngster. As Pulido was running through him, and Gaines was able to track him down That's the advantage they have with Gaines. It's his speed. He's still a young player. Pulido finally gets on the ball and tries to make an attack for his team. It was actually not a corner kick. It came out of Pulido, so that's a goal kick as the team Kansas City retreats. McCarthy calls off his defender, Aaron Long, and now they go forward again. Ten minutes into the game. Kind of cool down after Stipe Buke had his one chance, and here's Palacios getting the ball off. Buke didn't read it well, so he kind of slowed down his run. And McIntosh plays it out wide, and here comes his man, Leibold, excuse me. Peter Burmese, legendary coach with Kansas City. Oh, he was on the hot water seat just at the beginning of the season. He's been able to pick it up for his team. Here's Duenas putting some pressure. Trying to fall into Bogusz. Really asked for it. Out towards Bogusz. Bogusz sends one towards Ordaz, who couldn't get the pass off. And now Kansas City look to come the other way. Out wide they go. This is Davis. Pulido. Back to Davis. Careful here, dangerous pass. Nothing happens there as Valencia picks it up. Leibold. Shallow, back to Leibold. And now Leibold has a lot of running room. Has a man wide open left-hand side. And Kansas City, Maldonado's challenge is late. Referee will be saying a corner kick as of right now. Trying to figure it out what the referee called here. Kinda was wide open the whole time. Maldonado was late on the challenge. That's not a good shot. Let's see this one. You know what? He might just get away with one, but it may be a penalty. It's a really tough one. He is late, never touches the ball, so now Maldonado, as I said at the beginning of the stream, he's not been one outstanding player for LAFC, and he's not been great. Really criticized by all fans, unless you're a Honduran fan. But here's a replay. This may be a good one. That's the decisive one because Kinda was already going down, and his effort to get the ball was already going down. And Maldonado's challenge just makes it seem as he got him down, but Kinda was already going to go down. So that might be the deciding factor on this challenge. And referee is still having a conversation with VAR, and we're still trying to decide if this is going to be a penalty. It's close. Is he going to take a look? He's kind of going away from the crowd of players. He's trying to listen to the VAR assistants. He is going to go have a look. This is the decisive one because Maldonado is late. Maldonado is late on this challenge, so you do expect the yellow card to be shown or a penalty if it's called. But again, Kinda was kind of going down on his own as well. So it really, really, the thing here makes it difficult. There's one look that makes it seem like he was gonna go. There's like a few looks here that I'm saying when Maldonado takes him and Kinda's already going down. Referee gets the last word. In my opinion, there is contact. Kinda is going down too. It's a tough one to really call. Referee is gonna signal penalty for Sporting Kansas City. And it was quite long. But Maldonado and his bad start continue with LAFC, and the fans may not be happy again unless you're a Honduran fan. But I said it at the beginning, Maldonado is a bad defender. Unnecessary challenge there by Maldonado. Gives himself up. And now a penalty coming for Sporting Kansas City. And the hottest player in this squad, Alan Pulido, is going to take it. Really just having a few words with the referee. Not going to change the referee's mind. The designated player, Alan Pulido, to take the penalty. And a big chance here for Kansas City to take the lead. John McCarthy saved 2 penalties in the MLS Cup. Since has not made a penalty save in his career, and he scores! Alan Pulido continues his red-hot start with Kansas City since his return and gives them the lead over MLS Cup champions LAFC. Well taken penalty though. McCarthy got a touch of it. It was hit with a lot of pace. Maldonado's mistake. Another mistake from Maldonado comes to bite LAFC. As Kansas City takes the lead over LA. 17 minutes in. After a long break, trying to decide if it was a penalty or not. It was enough to give a penalty. Again, struggles from LAFC defensively, and they all start with number 2, Daniel Maldonado. 17 minutes in, Kansas City with a 1-goal lead. Putting under pressure, Zelia Sanchez, Crisostomo. As Bogus bring the ball down. This team has not played this bad since 2021, as Ordaz was making a run, well read by the defender Daniel Valencia. Kintosh saves. The first few minutes is really key, as it would have been 1-1 if Butte scored. It's just 1-0 for Kansas. Gaines goes back to Maldonado. Everyone thought that was going to be a good signing. Depth has not been the signing that many LAFC fans would think of. In fact, all the critiques started off from the Alajuelense match, the second leg, and then they carried on to the first time they played San Jose at Levi Stadium, and causing that penalty that gave San Jose the win. Now, another mistake here today, as here comes the Kansas City team once again with Label. Kind of slowing down, trying to play it back to King that gives it away. Here goes Bogus. LAFC now on the counter. You play it up front to Stephen, to Ordaz, and Ordaz trying to cut it back. Just lost it. Should have kept his run going instead of cutting it back. But collecting that ball nicely and doing a great job was Rosero Valencia. Now putting some pressure on Label, and he forces a pass all the way back to McIntosh. Ordaz trying to put some pressure up front. Palacios does a great job to disrupt the play, but it's called on a foul. Remember, Noah Poku, due to his red card that he picked up against Houston on Wednesday, which does affect the run of play of LAFC. Poku could have been starting today over Ordaz. Well, that does make stuff difficult for Steve Cherundolo. He does get a red card in one of the crucial moments of the game for LAFC against Houston. As here they go once again. Alan Pulido on the ball, trying to turn, finds Kinda. Kinda under pressure. It gets fouled from behind, and not happy is Eddie Duenas. Buick was the man on the challenge. Kansas City plays it quick, and they go back with Castellanos. Now Rosero. Middle of the field is Kansas City, just controlling this match. A lot of team in MLS alongside Philadelphia Union and FC Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati, right now they are the favorites, in my opinion, to win Supporters Shield, and we'll see where the playoffs will take them. Gaines, a heavy touch there, and then gets called for a foul here. An experience showing out from Julian Gaines, our star in Kansas City. Put it right away. Dummy, trying to go forward, gets off the pressure, opens out wide, and tries to get a pass in between the lines. It's going to get nowhere. LAFC now come out from their own back line with Palacios. Has nowhere to go. It's under pressure and now gets off the pressure. Now loses the ball, leaves it behind him, and now Kansas City come the other way. Shallowy waiting in the middle. Here's a cross looking for Shallowy's header. He couldn't make contact with it. Kinda's going to pick it up just outside the 18. Fakes a cross, and Iguenas there with pressure. Now his cross is up in the air. Palacios deflects it out, and now come the other way is LAFC with Eddie Duenas trying to lead the attack. It's kind of slow as he runs, now retreats and plays it back with Julian Gaines. Maldonado. Out wide it goes to Palacios. Long. Maldonado. Ilie, middle of the field, Maldonado. Remy Walters, second MLS in recoveries with 134 already this year. He has been a bright spot for Kansas City and in their good run. 23 minutes of the game. LAFC trailing to Kansas City. Here's the long ball looking for Gaines. Gaines brings it down with his left foot. Tries to run back into the middle. And now here's a ball clipped up, looking for Buick, who didn't continue his run. McIntosh up forward, Long recovers. And Tommy with the interception on Long. And Tommy tries to go inside. Long putting some pressure. And that forces a corner kick for the host. So here's a chance for Kansas City. Third corner kick of the day. McCarthy trying to get his defense in line. Not been great for LAFC so far. Defensively. Tommy will take this one. Castellanos are waiting in the middle, alongside a few other players from Kansas City. Here's a cross. Here's a header. Ball falls free. They're asking for a handball. And now they get another one up. And McCarthy is on the ball. McCarthy tries to go long, looking for Ordaz. It's headed back, and all the way back to McIntosh. See if we get a replay on this last play. We'll see the replay. Still have no look in this as McIntosh sits on the ball. Apparently VAR has checked it already. McIntosh going forward. Now coming the other way is Sporting Kansas City yet again with pressure from Tommy. Ilie pokes that ball out. Referee saw it. Just goes here to Radoya. Shallowy. Pass to Pulido. Pulido under pressure. Gets it back out to Shallowy. Shallowy cutting back to his right foot. Back to Pulido. Back to Shallowy. Here goes Kinda. Kinda trying to cut it back. Kind of lost his footing and the ball, but is able to recover. Here's Sporting Kansas City yet again trying to go forward. Oh, look at this pass towards Pulido, cutting it back, right foot Pulido, and couldn't get a shot off, and is now down hurt. Slow to get up, and Ordaz loses possession of the ball right away. As here comes Kansas City yet again. Pulido waiting in the middle. He is onside now. It's been so sloppy from LAFC right in these minutes, letting Kansas City play freely. We'll see the replays. It was such a nice play, the build up here with Radoya, Pulido, and Leibold. That was so good. "26 minutes. Again, LAFC's defensive problems continue. Ball flipped up in the air. It's going to go all the way ahead. And now Kansas City pushing forward with Alan Pulido yet again. It's going to fall here towards Tommy. Tommy takes a shot blocked by Long. And it goes to Tommy again. Out wide across. Maldonado clears out. No LAFC player to pick it up. But Kansas City will get another chance with Leibold. Leibold kind of retreats his run and plays it back into the middle with Radoya. Kansas City's playing style keeps LAFC in their own half. Has not let LAFC play at all. Good. Again, trying to make a push with Castellanos. Bogus's pressure forces a turnover from Kansas. So throw in here for LAFC for them to settle down and just pass the ball around. Maldonado. Back to McCarthy. He goes long towards Palacios. Here's Ilie. In between the line. Crisostomo. Back towards Ilie. Sanchez, Ordaz, Crisostomo, good pass in here for Palacios. He's going to pick it up. He's going to send a cross looking for Bogus. Good sliding challenge there by the Kansas player to get possession back. Maldonado waiting in the back. He is the only center back waiting. And here comes Kansas City again. Shallowy's open on the left side. Shallowy gets this ball. First to react is Gaines. Good through ball here for Kinda. Kinda's shot is deflected by Maldonado, and it goes slowly to the arms of McCarthy. Good play here from Kansas City again. The playing style is so good, and Eddie Duenas falls asleep. He is trying to make sure of his surroundings, but just loses track of Kinda. Gets left in no man's land, just looking around. Palacios in short with Ordaz. 1-0 lead by Kansas City right now. "29 minutes. Here's Duenas trying to turn. And Duenas, pocket pick. Crisostomo first to react to it. Here's Duenas again, trying to run back into the middle. Finds Elie Sanchez. Gaines is going forward in the attack. He's open on the right-hand side. Ensure with Crisostomo. Back to Long. Now Palacios. Ordaz on it. Crisostomo tries to move forward. Has no space, and now it goes back to Long. Maldonado. Ensure with Long. Midfield. LAFC still waiting for key players to return from injuries. Kellen Kozak, look careful here with Long. Nearly lost it. Has to play back with McCarthy. And McCarthy sends a long ball forward. Here's nearly a turnover. And a foul called against Kansas City. LAFC on the road again. They have traveled about nearly 1,000 miles already. Their MLS campaign started back in March. Ordaz tries to get in between a few players. He nearly does it, but runs into a wall. Now Kansas City come the other way. Kinda again, Shallowy speed, trying to get in behind Gaines, but Shallowy stopped this run. Passed by Kinda was at the pace of Shallowy's run, but will go back to McCarthy and LAFC recover. Here's a chance for LAFC to create something with Aaron Long leading it, sending one forward. Looking for Buke, who uses his body, tries to bring it down, gets under pressure between a few players, and gets called for another offside. That's the second time today. So that's good stuff right there from Kansas City, getting these players in an offside position. Change. Alan Pulido, the only man with the goal. McIntosh, under pressure, just clips this one forward. Go back. Rosero, back to McIntosh. McIntosh goes forward. Here's Aaron Long. He recovers and recycles the plays for LAFC. Maldonado has nowhere to go and goes back to McCarthy. 32 minutes in this match. LAFC and Sporting Kansas City playing. Ilie. This one nicely with his gap. Here's Gaines trying to find Bogish. Bogish gets called on a foul. As Castellanos defends well. Bogish trying to make his statement here. But that's another man that LAFC wants to get going. It's not been great. Careful here, trying to put pressures over there and Buke. But Rosero gets off the pressure, and Elie Sanchez trying to put pressure as Kansas City now come the other way. This is Shallowy leading the attacks. Shallowy to play it through for Pulido. His shot attempt is blocked by Maldonado and out into a corner kick. So, corner kick again for Kansas City. They've been having such a great game. 33 minutes. Kansas City fans is supporting. Of course, they've not seen their best years lately. Especially last year was such a struggle for them. 2021 knocked out by RSL when they were key favorites in the semis. Here's Pulido's header. It just clipped backwards. Kansas City first to react to it. Redoya. Another cross into the middle. Headed out and Buke sends one way up there. Kansas City recovers. They're forced to retreat. All the way back with McIntosh. 34 minutes. This match. Here they go. Kansas City just playing in the back. Pass to McIntosh. Tries to find anyone. He's going to go long. That's a few players, including Tommy, who gets in the back of Palacios, but Palacios was able to pump it and slow him down. Throwing for LAFC. These fans from Kansas City, they, from the far side, they're all standing up. It's quite crazy. Match day 19, everyone's standing up. Last season, of course, it was the spectacle because Gareth Bale came and got the chance to score his first MLS goal. He did in this stadium. One of his 3 own goals. Yeah, quiet from Gareth Bale with LAFC. But the most important goal in LAFC's history came from Gareth Bale's head. The 127th minute of the MLS Cup final. Really trying to put pressure. Of course, he needs some help. Needs help from Kellen Acosta and Tellman, who are out injured still. Castellano. Back to Rosero. And all the way back to McIntosh. This Kansas City team will be facing Chivas in the League's Cup. And of course, with Chivas, there is such a strong love of Chivas and Alan Pulido. And Alan Pulido loves Chivas. Chivas fans love Pulido. It's going to be a good time seeing the legend Alan Pulido play against his former team again. Here's Kansas City. Label sends the cross long. Just pokes that one out. Tommy's shot. Not a great one, but it was a bouncer straight into the chest of McCarthy. Good cross. Long was able to get on it, and Tommy just kind of hit that on the ball. He didn't do it right. It was a dangerous ball too, because the spin of it, you don't know what can happen if the ball bounces multiple times. Oh, McCarthy just gets this one right away. Here's a chance for Tommy to forward the stand. McCarthy was a man on that gave it away. Tried to go forward. Just hit a line drive into Walter. Goes just over the bar. A good strike. McCarthy goes long. The ball goes out of bounds. It's LAFC putting a lot of pressure. Here's a chance, but a foul by Stipe Biuk. Again, oh, Bogusz, my bad. And Bogusz just a dumb foul. And what could have been a good breakaway for LAFC with Dueñas going forward. And it's a charge by Bogusz. Trying to put the pressure. No need to charge the player. As long as you put pressure, it forces a turnover. That's it. There's another ball clipped over the head of Palacios, and Tommy trying to go forward. Evan Long cuts it off nicely. So does it good. Evan Long, of course, protecting his head. He is still on stitches, but he is clear to play. He was out for concussion. Long ball forward. And LAFC is not seeing anything offensively since Stipe Biuk's shot in the 3 minutes of the match. So at some point, you gotta see this LAFC team start attacking, and it's really hard because you don't have midfielders that can create those chances. And LAFC's success has always come in the midfield. With Ilie Sanchez, Kellen Acosta, Last year was with Cifuentes as well, but now this year has become with Timothy Tillman. So you see how it changes things, and they're successful with a strong midfield. And as long as you have players, because I know Buke and Bogus can finish chances, and if you have a good midfield that can create chances and find your offensive players, then you'll be good. And right now, LAFC does not have that. Bogus running it. There's also more running here. Not a great cross. Finds Palacios, who's able to get it back and recycle it. Here's Dueñas. Illier in between the lines for Buke. Buke to Dueñas. Back to Buke. Goes all the way to Palacios. LAFC slowly trying to make an attack to come out of nothing. Now they're kind of forced to retreat with Illier. Moving all the way back and finding Maldonado. Maldonado, strong touch by Maldonado. Again, a defensive error there by Maldonado, but he is able to recover. Ruins everything, but again, Maldonado has not been synced in. Since joining LAFC, he struggled a lot. McCarthy sends one all the way up. LAFC trying to recover. Goes back. Here's Kinda. Shallowy. Label on the ball. Flag is down. The LAFC players appealing for an offside. Nice ball through for Shallowy, who's trying to send a cross out into a corner kick. These LAFC players were expecting the ref to get his flag up, and they just fall asleep. No one's aware of the run. Gaines is so locked up with Maldonado. He's not aware who's running behind him. Shallowy finds that gap. Comes another corner kick for Kansas City. 41 minutes. They'll like to go with 2 goals to the break. Here's not a great corner kick. It just rolls out. So 8 shots for Kansas City, first 42 minutes to the lone one from LAFC. And that came in the 3rd minute. So LAFC, even from long distance, you gotta attempt something. You cannot just sit there and try to get a shot 5 yards away from goal. You gotta attempt from anywhere out. Dueñas just gives this one back into the middle. A run from Label could go in here. Label takes a shot. It's blocked by Gaines. Out into a corner kick. There's not a great pass here by Dueñas, trying to clear it. And puts Gaines in a really tough spot, trying to split Kinda and Label. A 6th corner kick coming. In short play, Shallowy. Back into the middle. It finds Kinda. Polito's shot is saved by McCarthy. Just out, and a handball called by the referee. This will go against Kansas City. Ball just bounced on Tommy, and McCarthy asking his defenders to calm down and to be aware, because that's the 2nd time already in the past 2 minutes that they've got it in behind their backs on the byline. So you gotta be aware of what's going on. But this was a setup play from Kansas City, and it nearly worked towards perfection. And again, it all starts with a healthy Alan Pulido who can lead the attacks. "44 minutes. LAFC not there. They've not been there since leg 1 of the CONCACAF Champions League final. Since that match, it's just been, where's LAFC at? Last win came against San Jose. Comes a throw in. looking to go up ahead. Palacios trying to get on it. Pulido as well. Long sends it. And it just rolls on the sideline. It's still in play. Everyone else thought that it was out of bounds. But Rosero did not. Just kept it in play. Impressive by Long. McIntosh. LAFC just trying to split this Kansas team, putting pressure. So Stomo trying to put some type of pressures here. LAFC nearly get it back with Bogusz. Ball goes out into a throw-in. 3 minutes of stoppage time. That's due to the VAR review for the penalty that Pulido scored. Scored again against LAFC. Last time they faced each other, it was when Kansas City was struggling. Buanga actually scored before the game was tied by Kita. Palacios brought down. That's a foul. Now Cristomo trying to go forward. This is Bogusz with gains. No one running in between the lines, and now Bogusz goes out wide to Cristomo. Back into Bogusz. Bogusz trying to run forward. That's a foul. And they clearly seen that the Radoja got a piece of the ball. Here's the replay. We'll see if it's foul or not. He does get the ball and then gets Bogusz. I don't think that's a foul because he gets the ball first. That's not a foul. I kept here. 46 minutes. We'll see if something, a set piece could be the chance for LAFC. I'll try to invite you, and I'm positive, and that's something I want to do for tomorrow. Not call the Mexico game, but instead call the Nations League final between Canada and the United States. Looking forward to a great matchup. Mexico, not happy with them after what happened Thursday night. Chance here. This is Bogusz. Let's see if he can find any of his teammates. Just a soft touch, a ball with pace. Here's the cross looking. Here's a header up ahead, and there's McIntosh on it. Trying to put some pressure on McIntosh. McIntosh is slowing down the play. Now goes Long forward. Kansas City. Cristomo to get in front of the play. He's been decent so far. Been liking a lot what Cristomo has done, but I want to see more offensively. So him generating chances. Oh, that's a nice flick. Here's Pulido running through the middle. Maldonado gets a piece of that to clear it out. And LAFC has to get this one out of their own 18-yard box. That's what Long does as we reach 48 minutes. And the referee has ended the first half. So close here from a second, but Tommy's flick was just nearly a perfect play to end the half for Kansas City. But LAFC is losing thanks to the Maldonado's penalty and Pulido's penalty. Of course, he scored. It's LAFC trying to get back in the match. But it's been a good 45 minutes from Kansas City, and they look to finish it off. As we get to the half, Kansas City 1, LAFC now. We'll be back. We return as LAFC playing Kansas City and trailing 1-0 on the score. Pulido with the goal. LAFC look to get back on track. And we are now back underway. And Kansas City trying to go forward right away. I have to change the banners here. I forgot to do that. It's the second half. LAFC made substitutions at the break. We'll confirm those right now and who came in and who went out. So we've heard that Gaines came out and Murillo will come in. So Murillo is in. Here's a long ball forward looking for Bogusz. Vela enters as well. Hollingshead too. Trying to confirm these substitutions right now. But they turn it over right here, and here comes Carlos Vela trying to get it into his left foot. He stops, retreats, looking for help, and turns it over. Interesting sub, but yeah, it's needed. As Buke trying to go forward, and Buke laying it off for Bogusz, trying to get it back into his right foot when had Ordaz open on the far side. Just lost it. That's Bogusz not being a good player. So Palacios comes out. Hollingshead goes in. Giving Palacios rest. And Ilie comes out and Vela enters. So you see a shift and Vela will go out as a winger and Bogusz drops down on the cam position. Steve Cherundolo observing the game. LAFC in their army kit as they're pushing forward more often now after making the subs. And here's a chance for LAFC trying to get one forward and it was blocked out into a corner kick. Reflected out of Castellanos. Hollingshead was a man on the cross. So back line of three for LAFC right now. Vela. Everyone taking videos. Of course, you cannot miss a chance to take a video of the legendary Carlos Vela from up close. Here's Vela. Good cross, and Maldonado just head that one away as if he was a defender. But LAFC recycled it, and here's Bogusz. And Bogusz trying to cut it back into his right foot. Sending across, and there's a header. It's a goal! It's a goal! It's Daniel Maldonado! He scores for LAFC! It's his first LAFC goal! And he shuts my mouth completely! And LAFC, they started well these first few minutes in the second half, and they get a deserving goal for them. Bogusz just sends that one, a nice cross. Maldonado just whips that one with his head. Is able to get a goal out of it, and LAFC have tied this match at 1 apiece. Maldonado, the man I criticized the whole entire time in the first half, is the man that scores the equalizer for LAFC. He was the man that caused the penalty. And he scores for LAFC, 49th minute, 1-1. And that's something LAFC needed. They needed a goal, and such a sigh of relief for LAFC players and LAFC fans to finally see their team score. Now, Kansas City just turn it over right away, and here goes Stipe Buke. LAFC trying to turn this game around. Buke, and that's a foul. And Rosero was the man who gets on the foul. That's a yellow card he had given to him. So Rosero. What a start for LAFC. That's kind of what they wanted. And that's the LAFC we're used to watching. And there Rosero, Kansas City flat-footed right now. First few minutes of the second half. LAFC able to tie the game. Now Bogic and Vela standing over the ball. Both discussing who has the better options. If Bogic sends a cross like he did to Maldonado, would have been a good chance. So now Bogic goes out. Vela is the man to take the ball. So it's going to be an outswinger. That ball's going to hook out. So it looks like it's going to go in and then it's going to hook out. Vela, 15 minutes. Here's the chance. Sends the cross. Long center. It's a goal for LAFC. But the flag goes up. He says it's not an offside. We got to check the replay. He is now hurting. Oh, man. I don't know. He hits that one where he got injured, so has to get it put back on. Third offside of the game for LAFC, though they're reviewing. On the Long stays on the pitch because of his. That is close. Wow. This is so close from a second. It hits right there. He hits that one with the part of his head that it's open. Referee tells Long to go out. I don't know if VAR is calling. So never mind. It's not a goal for LAFC. No goal given. I think the arm was just a little bit offside. It was such a nice cross from Vela. Nice header from Long. That really kills LAFC's momentum. "52 minutes and so close from a second and to taking the lead." I was going on Twitter at halftime, and one fan said Aaron Long is going to score off a set-piece play. Nearly got it for him. Maldonado scored off a recycled corner kick. And now that's good for LAFC. They got the game tied up. That's kind of what they wanted. They make themselves dangerous with the young players they have on the pitch. Here's Dueñas. Gets bodied off. And here comes LAFC again trying to go forward. This is Hollingshead. Ordaz trying to run in space. Ordaz goes back. Here's the pass towards Bogic. LAFC with Crisostomo. Now Crisostomo under pressure. Crisostomo lost it. Ball still for LAFC. Here's the through ball. Ordaz didn't keep running. So it goes back to McIntosh. And McIntosh so close. Careful. Ordaz putting a lot of pressure. Nearly forcing a turnover from Kansas City center back. And now we go the other way with Alan Pulido pushing the attack. Shallowy on the ball. Now this is labeled. Shallowy. Twisting, turning, Pulido. Back out to Shallowy. That's a great chance. And a good save by McCarthy. And Long clears this one out. So close from Kansas City. But there is an argument that Shallowy was being held on by Ryan Hollingshead. now another chance, a tackle there from Dueñas to hit that one out into a corner kick. We'll see. We'll review this one. Shallowy and Hollingshead are both holding on to each other. Now Hollingshead is kind of slowing down Shallowy. But Shallowy is holding on to Hollingshead as well. Let's see if VAR is reviewing this. And no penalty given. I think the only reason why it wasn't a penalty was because Shallowy is holding on to Hollingshead too. Here's a cross, here's a header. It is whipped into the air and now cleared out by LAFC. Kansas City's trying to get back on the ball. Davis back to McIntosh. It goes into Davis, and Davis in short in here with Castellanos. Now we see Walter on the ball. Labeled. Radoya gonna turn around and find space and goes to Rosero, who has a lot of room to control the ball. View putting some type of pressure. And LAFC will try to get it back, but Dueñas fouled Davis. So referee trying to get a few players to talk. Here's the replay again. We see the replay. Hollingshead and Shallowy both holding on to each other. I think that's the only statement that VAR said no penalty. They're both holding on to each other. They're both fouling each other. You can argue penalty. LAFC fans can argue Shallowy is holding on to him. Kansas City say Hollingshead was slowing down the run. It just goes both ways. And in this case, VAR took a look. They said, nah, they're both fouling each other. 1-1 at Children's Mercy Park. Rosero under pressure by Ordaz. Maldonado hits that one. Here's a pass, and LAFC trying to come out the other way. Dueñas turns it over right in a dangerous spot of the field as Kansas City now with Labeled. Labeled sends a nice through ball. Walter couldn't get the shot with power. He just tipped it, and it went straight into the hands of McCarthy. And then View couldn't get on the ball. The McCarthy kick to him. And there's a substitution here, and Kinda will enter, and Shelton will come in. And then Espinosa enters for Labeled. So those are two substitutions here. Always repping LA with that Dodgers Cup. Though I haven't been happy for what they did yesterday, but happy for the fans who stood out for what they believe as well. Kansas City. Espinosa entering the game. Longtime player with Kansas City. Pulido now with the captain's armband. And now putting pressure again as LAFC, though Kansas City escapes the pressure. And here comes Espinosa. First attack with Shallowy. Shallowy lost it right away. Hollingshead was there. And now we go the other way as LAFC trying to go in between. Here's Bogus losing his foot and cutting it back and then getting picked. And then a foul here. Bogus is deservingly getting a yellow because that's his 5th foul, charging someone from the back. So Bogus is booked. That's dumb from Bogus. Again, Bogus has been so bad since coming to LAFC. He's still not synced. He's not locked in. He's so slow with the ball. He loses track with it. Cannot control it. Right there, he could have passed it easily to Ordaz running down the middle. But he just holding. I mean, he was falling over the ball and he nearly fell. And now a foul against Long. So a free kick here for Kansas City. Now a chance here for Kansas City to possibly hit one nicely in the air. And the man standing over the ball is Tommy. And 60 minutes now on the clock, and Tommy sends one in, headed away by Bogish. And here's Espinosa. Espinosa trying to have a go, sending a cross, and it just goes all the way across. He kind of hesitated whether he was going to take a shot or a cross, and then he opted for a cross. It's a nice looping ball. An hour has gone by of just playing football. In their last 4 games, they have been undefeated at home. They're not having such a great start. Here's his header. Pulido, nice turn, picked by Murillo, but there to recover is Kansas City. Here's Shelton. Shelton trying to get it into shallow. Duenas was there to intercept the pass and now clear it out. Ordaz trying to put some type of pressure. Rosero was aware of his surroundings and turned, and now forward coming Sporting Kansas City with Pulido. Pulido trying to turn, trying to scoop one inside, nearly finds Shelton. And here's Maldonado trying to protect the ball and cover it, and hits it out into a throw-in for Kansas. So here they go once again, trying to make some attack. Kansas City just passing the ball around. And now Pulido outside the 18. Nice clip. Here's Murillo, who got just his leg way up there, trying to kick that one out. He thought he couldn't head it, so he just pulled a bicycle and able to hit it off the shallowy, who also hit it with his hand. So luckily here for LAFC, nothing happened. Dude, Murillo, look at that. Oh, so horrendous. Here's Murillo. Long ball looking in here. The legs of Ordaz. Ordaz trying to put some pressure. He's not been great in his first start in MLS. But they are forcing Kansas City back when they attack. Duenas putting some pressure now. Running the other way is Shelton. Shelton has support from Davis. Shelton might be taking himself all the way. Here's the chance. Davis sends a cross, blocked by Maldonado. And Crisostomo trying to pass it to himself. Here goes Bogish. Bogish again cannot control the ball. Nearly lost it. Gets it off. And Buke up ahead for Vela. Vela switching it, sending it. And here's Bogish chasing this ball. Flag is down for now. And here's Bogish. And Bogish tries to draw a foul. Sticks with the ball. It's still Bogish. And Bogish fires straight to the hands of McIntosh. And now the other way is Kansas City trying to attack right away. Espinosa running down the sideline, far side. Foul there. It's a dumb foul there from Buke. Dumb foul and dumb yellow for Stipe Buke. Not necessary at times. That's not smart from Buke. He understands everyone is back. He does not need to stop the run like that. And he's quick enough to cut him off too. Unnecessary yellow from Stipe Buke. Now, if you're like, if it's Espinosa with like one defender and there's two players ahead, then of course, take that yellow, but don't take it now when you had all your defenders and a few midfielders back to defend. Here's a cross, headed away by Long. There's Redoya. Davis trying to go inside. Redoya trying to fool LAFC players and try to pass it inside. Now Tommy under pressure. Gets it off to Rosero. Walter. All the way back. Castellanos, Rosero, midfield is Kansas City. I do love Kansas City because of the Chiefs. Nice pass here, Shelton. And Shelton trying to go ahead. Well defended by Long. And Shelton, that's a nice turn on Maldonado. And here's Pulido, shot, saved by McCarthy. Pulido off his left foot. It was curling inside, and McCarthy makes a good save. Another cross, headed away by Murillo. Ordaz hits that one back into the legs of Kansas City. Here's the pass towards Shelton. Shelton picked from behind by Buke. And LAFC tries to come out the other way, and Buke stays with the ball. Tries to dance with Davis. Draw a foul. Now turns Davis. And it's still Buke slowly finds Dueñas. That's a great ball. Dueñas running forward. Took too long to pass it. And it's still Dueñas here. But Dueñas had Ordaz and tried to take it himself. And now Redoya running it. Bogic is on a yellow. He's got to be careful. And now Crisostomo gets lost and chasing. Here's Murillo. Oh, and then hits Pulido. And here's a chance for Kansas City with Shallowy. Leaves it in here. Play on, says the referee. This is Tommy. Tommy has Shelton. He wants to play with him. Shelton's cross. McCarthy gets a hand to it. And then Murillo has to get this one out. Makes a player go out. Pulido is down. And a yellow card might come out here. But Pulido, and he took the whole body of Murillo. It was like a screen. "67 minutes. I think the referee is just warning Murillo because it's his first foul. As we get a look at the Pulido's last shot, it was such a nice shot. McCarthy made a great save, and here's the last cross. Shelton, that's a nice one. McCarthy cut his hand to it. Good stuff there from John. So, as the game continues, it's a drop ball here. It's Murillo. Murillo running forward. Poked away into a throw-in. 68 minutes. About to enter the last 20 minutes of the game with LAFC right now on a tie against Kansas City. And that's a foul against Kansas City. Vela was the man fouled. Castellanos was the man on the foul. It's a replay. Vela just trying to turn. Gets the body of Castellanos and fouled. Bogic and Vela talking about a 69th minute. 1-1 here. Vela, Bogish standing over the ball. See who takes it. Flick towards Vela. Vela over the bar. Flick by Bogish. It was kind of good play because it gives Vela space to hit it with his left foot. He just gave it too much power. You cannot be upset. I mean, Vela has to take shots, has to return to his own form, and to take a shot like that, it's good for Vela to do that. Shelton under pressure here. Bogish might get to the ball. LAFC forcing a turnover. Series of hard tackles, but cannot get possession of it. Now the other way is Kansas City. Dueñas is the only midfielder. All four defenders are back to defend. And a chance for Kansas City if they want to retake the lead. Here's a nice through ball. Walter was deflected straight into the hands of McCarthy. A good chance here for Kansas City, and they nearly converted. Throw in for Kansas. Here's the pressure from Dueñas on Alan Pulido. So now the second half with LAFC's goal just makes it a good game. Pulido's just able to body off everyone, and Vela fouls him. Two former Chivas players. One came out from the academy, didn't play with the senior team due to his great performance in the Under-17 World Cup. The ball stayed in play as LAFC just stood there. Here's Tommy turning. Just had it kicked away. And Vela then left to Europe. Played with Tapatio. That's when Tapatio existed back then. Those young players would play before Chivas played at the Jalisco early in the morning. And then Tapatio returned to the second division of Mexican football, and actually they are the reigning champions. Kansas City trying to attack again. Here's another cross. McCarthy reading it. It's going to go across into Tommy. Tommy sending it back inside. Maldonado able to get his head to it, as well as Murillo. It's only as far as Pulido, and then someone else had to take the shot. It was Redoya, and hits it over the bar. Was not even expecting it. Pulido was there to react, bring it down, and Redoya just strikes this one straight into the crowd. Kansas puts a lot of pressure here. Kansas City forced a retreat with McIntosh. We haven't seen from LAFC ever since they tied it and got a second that called for offsides. But Kansas again trying to make a push forward with Shallowy. Espinosa opening it. Here's Shelton. Shelton brings it down nicely. Shelton has Davis running with him. Takes the cross, blocked by Maldonado. This ball dramatically goes out into a throw-in. And there's Johnny Russell to enter the match. Davis, cross, all the way across. And kept in play. Yes. Walter. Kansas City really in their groove, trying to figure something out here. Up ahead with Davis. Davis takes another cross. McCarthy trying to come out, and he gets it. slows everything down. McCarthy really earned himself that spot. Who would have thought saving 2 penalties in MLS Cup was gonna make him a great goalkeeper for LAFC? And now Kripal, when he returns, has to earn that spot back. He is back in training though. Vela, good pass in here, trying to get it towards Ordaz, who couldn't even control it. It's been a tough day for the young kid. And this ball goes out. And substitutions to be made. Davis exiting, and Johnny Russell will enter. Everyone loves him. Legend for Kansas City. He's done for this club. He loves Kansas. He loves this fan base. The fan base loves him. He is a legend. Crisostomo, back to Murillo. Force all the way back towards McCarthy. McCarthy sends one long. Throwing in here for Kansas. And now a substitution here from LAFC. And making MLS debut is Yakesho Suba, who was just signed this week, and he looks to be that promising player. It's a homegrown signing. So Suba enters for Ordaz. Short-term loan from LAFC to forward Yakeson Suba. Starts putting pressure. And Buke gets called here for the foul. "77 minutes, clock running out." Russell. Here's Castellanos. Suba trying to put some pressure. Vela as well. All the way back to McIntosh. And running freely is Tommy. Nice pass here. Russell trying to flick it. Couldn't get it to Tommy. And now LAFC the other way with Bogic. Bogic has Buke running to his left. Tries to play it through, just too long. Buke is already tired. So Shelton goes in as a right back right now. And Russell will go to the right wing position. 78 minutes. Shelton towards Russell. Good control from him. Fouled here by Duenas. Last few minutes. LAFC defending. Kansas attacking. Here's a through ball. It's going to go to no one. Long flicks this one out of bounds. Throw in for Kansas. Vela playing on the 9 position as a false 9. LAFC trying to make a push forward. Suba trying to get on the ball. And Suba brought down. Referee says playing. Oh, foul. Bedoya was the man that caused the foul. Suba earned it. body his way into there, and here we go. 79 minutes, about to hit the last 10. Set piece play for LAFC. 12 fouls from Kansas City, 15 from LAFC. It's been quite a contested battle here on the pitch between the 11 players. Bogusz and Vela discussing, and he plays. They play short. Bogusz sends one inside. It's going to go all the way across. And it's an LAFC throw. Force all the way back with Dueñas. This is Murillo. Murillo trying to send one forward for Suba. Brings it down with his chest. Nearly gets pocket picked, and Pulido could have gone all by himself, and Hollingshead didn't poke that ball out. Buke. Crisostomo. Bogusz. Here's a ball forward. Suba running it. Suba's gonna get there. Suba trying to go inside the 18. It's still Suba. Suba trying to fake it and lost it, and then gets it back. Tries to send it again inside before losing it and then causing a foul. Suba had everything. Nearly had a nice play by himself. That's really promising. You like to see that. Here he just plays it forward too long for himself to reach. Gets it back, should have passed it there. Didn't do so. That was good from Suba. Just too selfish. Got to be unselfish in these situations. Unless you're all by yourself and you got to risk it. Vela putting pressure. Adoya. Bedoya. Bogusz. Again, he is on a yellow and keeps pushing players. But the time going away for both teams. Shelton. Here's Russell. Maldonado chasing. Blocked by Dueñas. Dueñas not trying to let Russell go. Good pass in between the lines. Pulido is running through the middle. And here's a good chance. Pulido gets it inside and tries to keep it in play. He just gives it away. And Dueñas all the way ahead towards Vela. Vela controlling. Vela trying to turn. He's not quick as he used to be. And now the stream pauses on us. I lost it. Get back. Apple TV having some problems. Castellanos. In short, this is Rosero, Castellanos. Espinosa. Shallowy. Walter. Out wide towards Russell. Russell tries to go inside. Russell's pass blocked. Cleared out. 83 minutes. Here's Buke. Buke getting through two players and running all by himself. No one in support of Buke. Buke now try to go inside, and that was not a smart choice. Take it to the sideline. Find any chances there, but don't go where it's crowded. Bogusz still putting some type of pressure. He is on a yellow. Shelton is hiding in the corner. Running forward has Russell. Burmese giving instructions. Russell was waiting for the pressure from Bogusz. Espinosa. Walter. Bedoya. Walter. Back to Rosero. And short with Shelton out wide. Near side Shelton. Poked away by Duenas. Here's Pulido. All the way up there trying to get the ball. Middle of the field, Pulido. Pulido. $17 points earned since the start of May. No other Western Conference has more than 12 points. Russell. Still Russell. Russell crossing over and nearly finding himself with a shot before it was poked away. Corner kick here for Kansas with 5 minutes to go. Maldonado there defending. 9th of the night for Kansas City. The fans applaud, trying to cheer their team on. Here's the cross, right into the middle. Here's the header back inside, headed away by Long. And it goes towards Walter. Walter trying to control it. He lost it, and now LAFC go forward. Bad interception, and here goes Murillo with a lot of speed. Murillo cutting it back, gets on the ball, no one in support, and now tries to pass to Suva, but it wasn't great. And Murillo is down. So Walter and Murillo, just both players in pain. In a lot of pain is Murillo. You cannot afford another injury. Holding on to that knee. Here's the play. Murillo was off to the races. So was the contact. It was, I think it's not the knee. It's actually the ankle that hits him there. It was Walter and Murillo, both players on the race. And he tried to cut it back. They both hit each other in the legs. But Murillo got the momentum, the whole momentum of Walter, which causes him to go down. But he is seriously injured here, Murillo. He gets up now. Murillo. Walking it off, limping to get some treatment. He is right now doubtful. A lot of time may be added here. Christopher Jaime and Christian Torres warming up just in case. They are the only two players left on the bench for LAFC. And two players for LAFC might come in. Mark Dos Santos gives some instructions to Murillo. Murillo goes in. There's two substitutes, the only two left, aside from Jakubovic. There's a long ball. Chest down by Vela. Vela trying to go forward. Inside of the foot. Couldn't get it off to Suva. Here's a header from Duenas into Buke, and Buke lost it. Shelton recovered. McIntosh. Long ball forward. Long gets in front of it. Sends it forward, and here's a chance for LAFC to win it, and there's a goal from Carlos Vela to take the lead in the 89th minute. He was onside, and LAFC take the lead. It was just out of nowhere. Shelton got Vela onside. Everyone has questions in this stadium. LAFC takes the lead. And with Vela and his struggles, that was such a much needed play for LAFC and Carlos Vela. Shelton was the man back. He keeps Vela onside. Vela 90th minute possible winner. And LAFC, that's what they needed. Oh man. Now they gotta defend for 6 minutes. You gotta defend well, because this Kansas team is really dangerous. As they try to attack, this is Russell. Nice interception there by Buke. Hey, it's knocked out into a throw-in for LAFC. Vela's been having such a hard time, and that goal right there is what LAFC needed. They needed their leader to get on, to score. Forward looking for Vela. He was being held on. Referee did not see it. Here's Castellanos, forced all the way back. 5 minutes to go in this match. Bogic putting pressure. Shelton with Bogic's pressure. All the way back to Rosero. Castellanos on the ball. Everyone has to be on the same page, trying to defend the score. That's a foul against Kansas City. LAFC will have possession, and we'll try to waste as much time as possible. And I forgot to change the goal thing here, so. "92 minutes. LAFC yet to play this. For me, so confused of what's going on right now. Long ball forward. Shelton hits this one into Russell's direction. Buke trying to get back, as well as Bogusz. And Russell has a lot of running room. Tries to play it forward for himself. Cut off by Long, and just clips it forward for Buke. And Buke towards Vela. Out to Bogusz. Bogusz nearly lost it, trying to run it. Bogusz gets a pass off, turns it over. And here it comes, Kansas City the other way, with Walter clipping one up. Brought down by Espinosa. Knocked away by Hollingshead. And played forward, and Murillo, or Suba, will try to make an extra push. 93rd minute. Minutes are going to go by slow for LAFC, and so quick for Kansas City. Good defending there by Buke. Up ahead, looking for Shelton. Long trying to cut it off, as well as Maldonado. And Long gets there. Long goes down, holding on to his knee. Here's the pass, looking for Pulido. Pulido inside, sending it across. And now LAFC still alive. 2 LAFC players are down. Long gets up. 1 player down. As Kansas City is trying to tie. Here's the cross, here's the header, here's the goal! And they have tied the game. And Espinosa, in the final minutes, he's able to get it. Oh man, what a disaster for LAFC, as many are appealing a foul. I don't know if it's gonna be given. I haven't even seen it. Espinosa has given Kansas City the equalizer. Two players were down. Espinosa ties it up in the 90th. It could be checked for a possible foul. And it was a good header there LAFC players want a foul. We're gonna review it. Nothing yet from the referee. Let's see. I think this is being reviewed by VAR. Gotta check on the replay from VAR. As VAR is making sure if there's a clear and obvious foul on Suba. He is going to review this. So here's two. Long hits it, hits the ball. Shelton kicks him. So that's a foul. That could be the decisive one because that's the first one. And then there's one on Suba. But we want to see Suba's foul as well. Referee reviewing this. Oh boy. This drama, this game, everything. These last few minutes. Pulido and Espinosa walking towards the VAR screen. Referee still reviewing. This one right here, does he get a piece of the ball? Here's Long. He gets a first. Shelton kicks him. That's when Long goes down. That could be the decisive one into a foul. Looking at every angle, let's see. That could be the foul. Now he's walking towards LAFC's goal. No goal given! A foul against Shelton. So never mind the second from Kansas City. It remains 2-1. And these fans are not going to be happy. The efforts were nearly there for Kansas City. No goal. We've reached 96, so we've wasted around 3 more minutes. Who knows how long we're going to play, but LAFC still lead 2-1. Long ball forward. Trying to get towards Suba. It goes towards Vela. Suba running it. Suba slowing down. Still Suba trying to go inside the 18. Poked away. Falls towards Bogish. Bogish trying to turn. And it's still Bogish. And Bogish, his shot is blocked. And just missed kick back into LAFC's way. Here's Vela. And goes out into a Kansas throw-in. Espinosa. Referee's going to stop it. He's stopping. Now they're reviewing another thing. Vela is claiming for a handball. Referee says now play on. Review check, no penalty. Again, everyone has to retreat, including LAFC, if they want to defend their lead. Out of it goes. Kansas throwing. We don't know how much we're going to play. It's just all upon the referee as Russell come the other way. Kansas City trying to go forward. Buke is on a yellow. He's got to be careful on any challenge that he tries to give. That's a foul from Buke. Oh, man. Set piece. '99th minute. We were supposed to play 6, but VAR took its chances and wasted a lot of time. Cross back into the middle. Another header, and this one goes over the bar. Oh, Rosero on the end of it. And so close. Here's Russell. It's a nice cross. Rosero got on it. Everyone lost them. That could have tied it. About to hit 100. Here's McCarthy. Sends this one forward. Game still going. Duenas, hard touch in here. It goes all the way back. Vela is offsides, so it's not going to count. 100 minutes. Kansas City trying to go back the other way. We're still playing. One more chance. Russell the other way. Has Shelton running with him. Shelton's cross blocked by Maldonado out into a throw-in. Here's Russell. Another cross, another header. How wide it goes. Espinosa lost it towards Suba, and that is the ball game. LAFC has finally won. It's been a long time since we said it, but we can say it now. LAFC win. They finally win. Since defeating San Jose at home, they went on a either draw or losing streak. They couldn't score. Today they scored twice. LAFC victorious for the first time since the game against San Jose. Whoa, man, what a match. LAFC wins it in the death. Finally a victory. Everyone's happy. Everyone in LAFC fans in LA. Peter Vermees is making his case with the referees, not happy with the goal taken away from them. Vela with the winner. If there was a man that had to pick up things, that it was number 10. And when the leader scores, everyone is going to do a great job. Everyone's morale goes up. And Vela's goal is the winner. Who knows what can happen with this team, how this goal affects LAFC, how it's going to help them to, for everyone to go up, to step up, as Vela did today. And LAFC victorious. Let's see your comments. Huge win. And yes, we did. It's still up. Yep. It was a win for LAFC. Well, it was a pleasure to be here with you guys in such a crazy match. LAFC victorious. Let Hollywood swing and play all across LA as LAFC takes 3 points from Kansas City. Kansas City 1, LAFC 2. Back to winning ways. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you possibly tomorrow in the Nations League.